One. All right, that was a delayed one. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Saturday Night Dungeons and Dragons. What have we come up with a name for our session?
I just
Pain
call
and
it D&D.
Pain and suffering.
The 70's
Pain
game
and suffering
about
seems right.
cults. Yeah. So let's see here. Everyone's here except for Tristan. He will be missing out this week, but hopefully he'll be back next weekend. Everybody seems to be ready. All right, let's pick up where we left off last time. You have taken a short rest, helped on by the drinking of your last few healing pills. And with the direction of the fungus that was on the table that told you to go downstairs and stop the ritual from happening, also the ground was shaking a little bit, you started heading downstairs. As you came out the staircase, you found a large pool of blood that was busy draining into the central room from all the corpses that you piled in the one chamber. You eventually found the staircase down. There seemed to be no more living human cultists in this temple. Upon heading down, who was it? It was Brock and Yule that were in disguise that approached the two fishmen performing the ritual in the center of the room, as this chamber underneath the other chamber filled to your ankles, I would say shins, filled with a pool of blood that just seems to be draining in a whirlpool in the center of this room. Brock managed to get a swing in with his lugnut baseball bat in a surprise round right before I cut out and my internet died last weekend. So we'll pick it up right from there. Prize round over. Seems everybody's rolled initiative. And
We did?
Yeah, the initiative's still here. Except
Oh, wait.
for there's one that still has 0
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, I went to roll 20, but didn't say launch game yet.
Okay.
I am bird brain.
Perfect.
Well, the dogs are at the door.
Yeah, I rolled like crap last week. Now I remember.
Yeah, we've got to live with our consequences.
Oh no, not that.
Consequences. Ooh, scary.
Well, if it isn't the dice roll I did last week.
Well, you beat again.
So, first to go would be the fishman that Brock
Probably gonna
whacked
kill Brock
over
right
the head.
now.
Did you
Rob?
was the damage calculated for the fishman?
Yes, it was.
Alright,
You rolled. It was a nat 20,
Yes.
and you did 20 points of damage to him.
All right.
Yeah. And he did not get stunned. The fishman in the center of the room starts chanting spells as he waves his hands into the air. His staff sort of swirls around above his head, wider and wider, and he points it towards the pile of corpses at the back of the room.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
On the other side of these circle of pillars, you see the corpses start to saunter and move. As they slide apart, out comes this horrifying figure made of what looks like melted orange flesh and teeth and a whole mixture of eyeballs.
Ew. No.
Oh Oh no! Fuck, not this!
Anything but whatever.
Oh no, I hate these things.
Can I do a constitution check?
Luckily, you're not seeing any of this.
Oh,
Emma?
thank goodness.
Just around the corner there, you
Oh, thank
hear,
goodness.
you hear this horrible, foul gibbering coming from multiple mouths, an incoherent babble of what sounds like a crowd coming from one direction.
Oh my word. So is that the like old god then?
No.
Why am I here?
No,
Why
not
am
even
I here?
close.
Why am I here?
Just to suffer. Okay, so we still need to like prevent any more blood coming into this hole, right?
It seems to be draining, but the blood from the ceiling has stopped currently.
Okay, game plan, guys. Don't fall in the hole. Also, don't die. Also, don't stab anyone to make more blood.
The fishman would move to the side over here,
Oh no.
sort of maneuvering around Brock as he's pointing his jagged pincher spear at him. Frida, it's your turn.
Okay. I still have my gun in my hand. So... Wait, how long is a harpoon again?
A harpoon is the throwing distance would be
60 feet,
No,
I
no,
think.
the actual weapon. Like, how long
harpoon.
is a harpoon?
it's a very short thing. You can hold it in one hand.
It's kind
It's
of like a
based-
spear.
Yeah, it's like a short spear.
Okay, never mind, I'll stick with the gun. I don't have any bullets left, but I can swing it really hard. So I'm gonna just, like, hit this guy as many times as I can with my gun.
You didn't have any other weapons with you? Alright.
I do, but I don't want to, like, I don't know, make it bleed or something.
Alright, so we'll take it as a club. You swing at the
Yeah.
back of the gun.
What do I roll for that?
You can roll for an attack.
I add my
roll.
dex, right?
Let's search. It's got the light property.
Is that a sure, a yes, a no?
Not spells.
I'm just gonna roll a d20 so long.
Yeah, you can roll a d20.
Oh. Wait, do I add my dex to that?
I'm
My
checking now
modifier.
because finesse would add dex, but I think light. I don't want to go search through the PDF. The light property offers the following attributes. It's small and easy to handle, making it ideal for when using with fighting with two weapons. Oh, okay, so that's what it does. No, you would add your strength.
I don't have strength. No. Well, does 11 hit?
No, it seems you managed to just
Oh my word. Not
bump
again.
him on top of the bump that he already had. But the swelling of the bump makes it feel more like a blister than an actual bump on the side of his face.
Oh my word.
The second little fishman on the opposite side of the corner sort of notices the distress, and as he walks, he tries to knock on the door over here, making fishman noises. The little dragon on his shoulder slinks up and flies through, sort of coiling itself around over here.
Oh no.
Little dragon on its shoulder is looking at you, Frida.
Hi, little dragon. Don't kill me. Please. I can be your friend. I am a much better friend than that fish guy.
You can do an animal handling check.
Can I do a deception check instead?
In this case, it would be a bit of animal handling.
Oh man. Okay, I don't have anything to add.
It's pretty high.
Yay!
You feel a thought sort of communicated to you, a sort of happy emotion that you're, I would say, almost a cat person, but to tiny dragons. The little dragon sort of
Come on, dragon.
coils around here to look at Yule. Second fishman by Yule tries to bite him. The +3 to hit. With Yule's newly updated AC that does not manage to hit, his glowing tattoos seem to prevent the bite from going through his arm.
Wild.
On Yule's turn, gotta get his character sheet. Luckily I made his character for him. You would cast a spell. You would cast... Let's see here, he's got... a chromatic orb. As he sort of holds out his hand, you see this well-dressed man, actually no, you see this cultist-dressed man twirl his other hand around the hand he's holding out, and out of it forms this tiny little ball of constantly shifting colors until it eventually settles on a big red fiery glow as he throws it towards the one in front of Brock, the fishman. Fishman has to make a dex save, which he's not great at. 4, and he gets hit with 3d8 fire damage. "13 points of fire damage strike the fishman from behind, doing horrible damage to the blister on top of his head. It sort of pops and makes a squeaking noise like a balloon deflating. The creature in the corner shifts out of the corpses and slops into the wet, bloody pool that this room consists of, and it sort of starts to slide through the bars in the center of the chamber.
Oh shit!
Don't go
didn't
in.
do that.
Oh, I should have used my grease spell to like help him slide somewhere else.
The mouths seem to be chanting in unison. All-consuming. Devour all. As that's its movement. Yeah, it's pretty slow.
So there is time. Okay, we need to stop that guy, obviously.
Oh wait, I'll just put that on. It does have a 20-foot effect. Save. There we go. Alright, that's for me. Brock, at the start of your turn, can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Shit. Alright. Let's see here now. 16!
You succeed. As the
Yay.
gibbering mouther just sounds annoying currently. But you wouldn't put it off as it's got an incredibly ominous tone to it. Yue, it's your turn.
Wait,
Alright, let
was
me-
that my entire turn?
Oh shit, no. That's-
Yo!
Jeez, dude! Alright,
I completely skipped you. Sorry.
I move over to this side of the fishman, and I whack him on the skull again.
Bringing the lug nut baseball bat down upon him.
30-20.
Hey.
You hit, causing another bump on the side of his head. Roll for damage.
Great club, the 8. So that's strength.
Yes.
I add my proficiency to the attack, right?
Yes.
But not my rage because I'm not currently raging.
No, you said you ran out of those.
Yeah. 11 bludgeoning damage.
Smacked on top of the head for an 11 bludgeoning damage. He starts to get another bump that swells up on the side of his face.
Alright, and then I roll for stun. 3.
He's once again not stunned.
I can never seem to stun them. Alright, but that seems to be my turn.
You sort of hear the door swing open on the other side of the room. As out steps 2 more.
Oh,
Or
come
out steps
on.
another fishman. As the first one that was knocking on the door points towards all of you. And he slams his fist into his other hand. And then he points at the big guy in black shirt. You, Brock. As they seem to draw their spears. Emma, it's your turn.
Isn't it my turn?
Keep skipping people. Alright, there we go. Yue, it's
Yeah,
your turn.
I'm skipping people.
The DM wants us to fail.
I'll start adding monks that can stunning strike all of you.
So are these walls, like...
The pillars that you can see through, they
Okay.
count as, I would say, half cover for anybody inside of the pillar and outside attacking each other.
Alright, and do I still have spell slots left? Because I know you used my character.
Cost 2 ice knives? Yeah. Oh no, a short rest. You get back whatever you got after a short rest.
I don't get any spell slots back.
Alright then.
So I only have one. Eh, what's this thing?
That is a horrible amalgamation of mouths and eyes and flesh.
Don't let her get into the hot pit.
Okay, I'm gonna try and set that on fire. But let me see if I'm close enough. I don't think I am. Yeah, I need to be 15 feet from it. Okay, so let me instead Yeah, channel divinity. Like I already used the one I got from Book Does It reset.
Oh,
with
please
the
tell me I
sword race.
wasn't muted the entire time.
You were muted.
Yes, you were.
I know. I know. I mean, on my PC, because I used my phone when I went to the bathroom. Looks like
All right.
the audience
So,
missed
Emma.
out everything. Shit.
Wait, you were muted, not we were.
Yeah, but OBS records whatever on my desktop, and you guys weren't on my desktop. What you
Yep.
crap?
Why didn't you just go AFK?
Yeah, I should have done that.
All right. Recapping for the audience. Emma almost gagged. Well,
Again.
she did gagged. When she entered the room. UA intimidated the pseudo dragon, and it seems Brock is in the middle of the fight. The gibbering mouther is getting closer. What else do you do, Emma? Oh, you still have your turn.
Yeah, does channel divinity restore with long rests or short rests?
Long rests.
I am useless.
Oh, you do have the extra channel divinity.
That's the one from my book.
Did
Restore.
you use it twice?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay. And you're out of spell slots. What cantrips do you have?
I have life, spade of dying, and thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy. The one where you can make things spooky.
Thaumaturgy.
Have you
Thaumaturgy.
considered charging headfirst into the blood to save friends?
Nope.
Thaumaturgy.
What can I
Alright
do?
then.
Can I just like make like distant boat noises and like the Coast Guard like announcing you're under arrest?
You can try.
I do that.
Distant sounds come from down the hallway of what seems to be ship horns blaring and police sirens, as strange as that is.
What?
Uh,
I thought we were like in the middle
The
of the ocean.
Coast Guard. The Coast Guard.
Yeah, police sirens. You roll performance.
Roll performance. Oh,
You're
goodness.
trying to put up the act that they're all under arrest.
The curse
Team-
carries on to this week too.
Yes, it seems it sort of like swaps over to a different radio channel, and all of a sudden it's like a different noise being played.
I go back around the corner again. I don't want to witness this.
Last fishman steps out.
Oh, come on.
Coast Guard! As he's pointing towards up the hallway over here, urging the others to come along with him.
I don't think they should leave.
Top of the round, you sort of start to see the blood in the pool rise a bit from the whirlpool itself. As the blood rises, it sort of the whirlpool stretches a bit to around the boundaries of the pillars, and it's now about just above your kneecaps, all of you.
Ew. How do we stop this? I don't know what to do.
The fishman keeps waving his staff high above in the air, and then he swings it about, and he tries to hit Brock with his pincer staff. As the two jaws of the staff try to hit him, 10 does not hit.
Ha! No.
21 does.
Yeah, that is.
as he strikes you with the pincer staff. You take 8 points of piercing damage as it's grabbed hold of like your chest nipple. A fearsome pinch as he's locked the staff on you, and now you're grappled.
Alright. Which one of these fish people has the gun?
They don't have the gun.
Yeah, it seems somewhere in the water here is where the body fell for Mr. Magic Man upstairs,
Okay.
along with his gun and something else. Frida, it's your turn.
Can I like feel anything in the blood with like my feet?
No, you'll have to search for it with the investigation action. Like, that means taking a whole round to search the blood, but it gives you a higher chance of finding something.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. So it's an investigation check.
Yeah, it's an investigation check.
Do I add anything to it?
Well, your investigation.
Uh,
A D20 plus investigation.
okay, that's just gonna be a normal. Oh no.
Like, sort of peering deep into the blood, you're like feeling around, but it's gross and it's icky and it's swirling, and you can swear that gibbering mouth creature is sort of like bigger under the ground than you swear it is, as it's like soft and sticky
Ew.
on the floor. And you'd suppose you'd have to search closer to the hole where the guy fell into to get any luck. As you can like feel the occasional body part like brush past and bump against your hand, and it's just like gross and icky. And then as you pull your hands out, you're sort of like dripping in blood from like elbow deep, and you can only see the blood rising.
Disgusting. Okay, that was a dumb thing to do. I should have just like attacked someone.
Probably. Don't you also have that magic item that can let you cast a spell or a cantrip of any class?
Yeah, I have like the all-purpose tool.
Yeah, alright.
Can I use it? Do I still have like an action or like a reaction, something left?
Probably. So yeah, you can still take an attack action.
Okay, I'm gonna use the all-purpose tool. Wait, I'm not really sure how it works. It's like a screwdriver that can transform into anything.
It's a Swiss-make cube that can transform into anything, and it seems to allow you to cast one spell of any class list. So probably pick a spell. A cantrip, sorry. One cantrip.
Okay. Cantrip. Do-do-do. Where are my cantrips?
Not your cantrip, like any cantrip. Anyone you
Oh,
want
just
to
anyone.
Yeah. But you can only cast that one for 8 hours, and it resets every dawn. I think.
This is a lot of pressure. I don't know what spell to use.
Pick the one you've seen the wizard and the sorcerer casting. They've been throwing fire at these creatures.
Okay, so something to do with fire. Let's see. Doesn't
There's a
this thing
button.
have like a list?
There's a button on your all-purpose tool that says fire,
Okay, I pressed the fire button.
pointing it at.
At the... Wait, is Brock in front of me? Like, is he between me and the fish guy? Near the hole?
A tiny bit, yes. You'd have to move.
Okay, can I move? I'll
Yeah, you
move
can.
like slightly this way. And then I aim my makeshift flamethrower thing, fire thing, whatever, to that guy.
And make an attack roll. Like you would cast a spell.
Don't I have like spell? Oh, I have a spell attack modifier. So that's 8 plus 5, so that's 13.
That hits.
Yay!
13 does hit.
So,
Roll a d10 for me.
a D?
10.
D10.
Cool. Oh, wow.
As you strike him for 2 points of fire damage. It wasn't the flamethrower you quite expected. His
Shame.
click sort of went off and then out spurted some fire that landed on top of the Kurotoa, and he burned for a little bit before the fire disappeared. Firebolt from an artificer.
If I ever get out of this alive, I really need some like battle training or something.
Yeah, I was right. 8 hours until the next dawn. Okay. So,
So can I only use the tool once, or can I use it again?
you can use it for 8 hours for that
Oh,
one.
okay.
Alright. It's still the all-purpose tool.
Cool
Sort of
beans.
felt like pressing the button didn't actually fire anything, more like it fired what you wanted to shoot out of it. But all you knew was what you saw the other two firing. The sorcerer and the wizard. The one fishman that sort of knocked on the door starts running around the corner over here. Yeah, Yue, you get an attack.
You need to stop him.
I only have my dagger, so I'm gonna use that.
And it's typical fashion, he was running the Naruto run.
Really?
Yeah, that's how the Murlocs run. Alright.
That's canon now.
Wait, so are the fish people just like normal people, but with like fish heads on
No,
their
they're much-
shoulders?
They're much smaller.
Oh. But they have
Right.
legs.
So that's 9 points of piercing damage.
As you slash at him with the...
Fish dagger.
Oh, okay. He sort of like tries to mouth the words House Guard. The little dragon slunk around the corner, whips out its tail and stings Yule from behind.
No, what are you doing? Thought you were my friend.
For 1d4 piercing.
Oof.
5 points of damage.
Psst, 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 psst. Dragon. Baby dragon, don't do that.
And then Yule rolls a constitution save. Even with his modifiers, that's too small. It all of a sudden goes like a bright purple in his face. And he's like toppling around. Oh wow. He didn't fail by 5 or more, so he's just a bright purplish color in his face now. He's got this lovely sting mark on his neck.
A souvenir.
This fishman over here next to Yule takes a swing, takes another bite at him. And of course doesn't manage to pierce through his cloth. Yule instead. Oh yes, he's got thunder wave as he sort of stretches out his two hands as wide as he can. He brings it in to clap. A large ripple sort of echoes out along the blood in this direction as the fishman in front of him has to make a constitution save. No, it's a strength check. Thunderwave is
Thunder wave.
yes, a constitution saving throw. From a regular Kuatoa would be plus nothing. Alright. He rolled a nat 20. Half as much damage. Oh, but I would say you're all standing in blood. So let's give everybody disadvantage on dex saves. On
No.
constitution saves. That fails. Probably. He fails. He takes 12 points of damage. And is thrown over the hole onto the other side, right next to the gibbering mouther. The little
Honestly,
dragon
that's
fully
pretty
explained.
impressive.
I think he's out of spell slots now. Yeah, he only recovered half. Plus one. Oh no, I didn't even have one more. Alright. Gibbering horror creeps up on the fishman that sort of fell in front of him. And it lashes out. It sort of bites at him in the one half and completely bites through the fishman, sort of piercing him in half and just ripping off half of his body. That is a lot of dice.
Oh
And
my
then-
word.
Fishman just drops dead and starts to float in the water. Gibbering mouther moves closer. So I'd say about there. Brock, it's your turn. Can you make me a constitution saving throw?
Concept, alright.
No, it's a wisdom saving throw, sorry.
Wisdom.
Same as beforehand.
Oh, 4.
Oh,
Fail.
it's not gonna go well.
Yeah, I
You
fail.
can't take reactions on the start of your next turn, so roll a d8 to determine what you do during your turn.
This is straight D8.
Yeah.
4.
On a 1 to 4, you do nothing. As this horrible, horrible gibbering coming from the from your side sort of entices you to listen to it, almost fully distracting you as it's completely drawn your attention. At all of these mouths forming and chatting about what you can't discern. It's quite a distraction. The gibbering. Yue, it's your turn. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Let me think. Alright, I'll try. Three.
Can you roll me a d8?
Ooh.
Straight d8.
7.
On your turn, the creature makes a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach, or it does nothing if it can't make such an attack. You're about 10 foot away from everybody else. You want to swing and hit something, but you don't have anybody nearby to throw a punch at.
So
Maybe
the-
Louw.
So you do nothing.
Alright, that's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
I was just reading up on it. The fishman in this corner sees the gibbering mouther and then immediately acts in terror as he sort of swivels around the corner again and shuts the door behind him. Oh, he saw the gibbering mouther eat his friend. And then he just
That
shut the
makes
door
no freaking sense. Then why did they like cast a spell to like make that guy?
They did not know what they summoned.
Ugh.
Emma! There's now a fishman covered in blood standing in front of you. His waist is sort of in a thicker layer of blood as he's just stepped out of the pool of blood. And he's looking at you. His one eye blinks.
Can I get you?
He's winking at you.
It looks like his one eye might have blinked, but he could have just blinked with both eyes. You can't see them both at the same time.
Yeah. Oh wait, I do have a slot left.
Yes.
Cherry.
Sanctuary. Is that before or after screaming?
You know, freeze. And then it's just like sanctuary. It's just like. But no, wait. I was actually saving that spell slot just in case of an emergency.
This is
Is this not an emergency?
Things
Wow,
can go
what?
to shit.
What does the call count as an
They-
emergency for you? Jeez.
Can go to shit after this, okay?
So, what do you do?
A sanctuary won't help, really, with my teammates because it would only protect me. Blind the fish with light.
I know light clerics can. Probably not peace clerics.
I need better cantrips.
You need a better god.
Screw you.
Our god is weed. Our god is weed. It's the best god. Well, weed and Jesus Christ. 420 Jesus.
You know? See.
Listen, just cast sanctuary on yourself, then at least you're safe.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that then. Guys, if any of you need medical aid, good luck.
I will not count on you.
Casting sanctuary on yourself, the fisherman doesn't look violent. As the last one sort of also pops around the corner here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, tries to. He's like stopped by his friend who's just like standing there in the room.
Oh, we're just staring at each other.
Yeah, they're all just like looking at you in your terrified face. The very first fishman in the room. Each creature. Alright. Has to make a wisdom save.
Me too.
What? No, the fishman at the top of the round. Oh yes, at the top of the round, the blood starts to rise in the pool. And rise it does. It's now just by your lower belly.
Ew.
Oh shit, it's
ew.
getting higher and higher.
So that's a 13. He does succeed. The fishman, with your nipple pinched, Brock, starts to twist the nipple device. Well, I would say he was gonna go grab something else, but he just managed to grab hold of the nipple. So he starts to twist. Take 5 points of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
I can't swing at anybody else with the staff. And he
Alright.
tries to like scoot over here, just like a bit away, but it seems the floor beneath him has become a lot stickier than beforehand. Frida, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, what cantrip did the fire thing for my all-purpose
Sort
tool be?
It gave you the ability to cast Firebolt through the tool.
Firebolt. Okay, cool. Okay, I press the fire button again and aim it again at this fish guy at the edge of the pit.
Point blank. Roll to hit. That's plus your +6, +7 to hit. Spell attack modifier.
Oh, that's 5.
+5. That hits.
Hey.
You roll a d10 for me.
D10. Why do I roll so low?
You scorch him once again. He seems to be looking very angrily at you, and he's like, as he's pointing back to these two over here.
Listen, dude, I don't speak Atlantis.
Give them
Speak American.
fish on the other side of the room. Steps out and sort of decides to attack you with a bite.
Try me.
It misses.
Heh.
Now it's the little dragon, who seems to be fighting with Yule
No, man.
as it tries to sting him once again.
Ooh.
Yes, once again it tries. It stings him for. There we go. The sting attack does 1d4. So it takes 2 points of damage plus 2, so that's 4 points of damage. And once again, he's got to make another Constitution saving throw. You. Oh, he succeeds. He's fine. The fishman. That one's dead. Alright. It's Yule's turn. Yule holds out his hand once again. He utters a spell. Destructus Anoiacus. And he brings forth Firebolt. And he shoots it at the pseudo-dragon. An attack modifier +7 to hit. He misses.
Ooh.
And then he backs away a bit further. The gibbering horror finally looms over all of you.
Oh boy.
All three of you in the corner. Makes one bite attack and one blinding spittle attack. 1, 2, 3, so -1. 2. Too far away. Is it? No. It's not. Frida.
Oh no.
It attempts to bite you, as it stretches up high and it brings its top jaw over you. It tries to bring it down and bite. 14 to hit? No, it doesn't.
Oof, just as well.
Just. Yes. And then blinding spittle sort of spits out of one of its mouths, and a glob of paste sort of lands over here, and as it comes in contact with the blood, it sort of has a chemical reaction as it explodes. And you, the Kuatoa, and Brock just make a dexterity saving throw, or be blinded.
Oh my word.
I have advantage on these rolls because of my danger sense.
Yes, you sense that this thing is dangerous.
Don't you mean Spidey sense?
Shit, 11.
It's a DC 13, and 5, 10, 15, so that means also so Brock and Frida, what did you roll? 16?
I rolled a 16.
Alright, so it's just Brock and this one Kuatoa that was too close that got blinded. Brock, it is your turn.
What do I need to roll?
To get rid of at the start of your turn.
Yeah.
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
And for the blindness. 9.
You're blinded until the end of the Gibbering Mouther's next turn.
Okay.
So you don't succeed, as the gibbering is now all that you hear. You can't see anything, and you're sort of like floating in this pool that you can't quite discern yourself from. It's almost as if you're not really in a
Suspended animation.
not suspended animation. What would I
A limbo?
call it? No, when you get rid of all your senses. Deprivation chamber. Sensory deprivation chamber. It's starting to feel like that, as the gibbering is all that you hear as it enters your thoughts. Roll me a d8.
4.
Ooh.
You once again feel yourself drift off into this darkness. Considering the blindness is like affecting you. You do nothing. All you can feel is this sharp, stinging pain on your right nipple. Yue, it's your turn. You make me a wisdom saving throw.
Alright.
You succeed. You can take your turn normally.
But I am going to cast a spell at those two in front of me.
One is blind.
I'm gonna do burn hands at them. They have to make a dex save.
The one does it at disadvantage. He rolls a 2, and the other one rolls a 4.
They both fail.
And it's 3d6.
Yeah. Uh, 7 points of fire damage.
7 points of fire damage as the blinded one is sort of set ablaze. His top half burning.
Did we take a long rest or anything, Lodston?
No.
But did I already use my swift shifter?
Does it reset on a short rest?
Let me check. I don't think so. Make sure. Once per short. Alright.
Right. Right.
So I'm going to transform into my dragon fin, and I'm going to shift 10 feet away from them without provoking opportunity attacks
Which direction?
towards the pseudo dragons. So that's
10 feet. That's about there.
yeah, shift.
Shifting into your brightly colored dragon form. Sort of still humanoid. You do get to see that you've attracted the attention of the little dragon.
Yay! Alright, I also gain temporary HP equal to my level plus my con. Okay.
Alright. The fishman pops his head out from around the corner over here as he chucks a spear in this general direction. That completely misses. So I'll roll a d4 to see who it hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. The gibbering mouther. As he chucks the spear, flies through the air, and it lands inside one of the gibbering mouther's mouths, and it takes 3 points of damage. As Emma, it's your turn now.
I don't want to. I don't. Back.
You see a crispy, so you sort of smell burnt fish, or like grilled fish, as you look at this fishman whose robes are on fire.
Listen, Emma, it's nothing but more than like a fish finger just like hit it or something.
Who's in the most trouble right now?
Brock is. He's like,
Yeah, Brock can't
His
see,
eye-
can't hear, can't anything.
his eyes
Can
are
I-
glazed over, and he's starting to gibber along with the gibbering mouther. Plus, his shirt is torn, and his one nipple is busy being pinched by tongs.
Can I move like very carefully past this one without provoking an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, you can take the disengage action.
I wasn't engaged with them in the first place.
In a sense, taking
And
the
I-
action to disengage allows you to move past him.
Oh wait, that's an action? Oh,
Oh, if you're a rogue, it's a bonus action.
damn it. Would it be an action to drag Brock, like, away?
You'd have to make a strength check.
Can
Again.
you just move him
Brock.
away? A strength check. Oh, goodness. I lift a little. 13? Brock, please fail. Please
Still
fail.
AFK.
Still AFK. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Against being pulled. Alright. We'll see how that goes shortly.
Okay.
The last fishman around the corner. Oh, no, the last fishman you passed. Sort of swings at Yue with his spear. Slashes it in. An 18 to hit. And you take the maximum damage of 7 piercing damage.
7.
Yes. As his little wooden carved spear sort of stabs you in the hip.
Alright.
Top of the round. As the blood has now risen above your waist, you can all feel it's starting to get difficult to move around as some of you, the shorter ones of you, are starting to float. What's worse, it seems the rumbling is sort of shaking the very room itself. Well, the entire temple is sort of shaking. You can feel it coming from below. Fishman at the top of the room, at the top of the turn, fails his wisdom saving throw and does a number 6. The creature takes no action or bonus action and uses all of its movement to move in a randomly determined direction. So there are 4 directions. 1. He starts moving and touches right up against the gibbering mouther as he keeps moving and moving, almost leaning head first into one of its mouths.
Ew.
His hand still lightly holding on to the spear. Louw, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Alright, make a strength check.
Please fail.
Yeah, they want you to die.
Yeah.
No. Just trying to save you.
Natural 1.
Yay! I can drag him away!
Yay.
Alright, so what happened is basically Frida sort of came in and then pulled on you, and you sort of felt the sharp pinch of the nipple pincher being pulled away.
No, I didn't pull on anyone.
Oh, sorry, Emma. Emma came in and then pulled on you and managed to pull you out of the painful grip of the nipple pincher. You're still blind though, but you can feel there's a sudden release on your nipple as the fishman rolled low enough and he actually just manages to walk into the direction of the gibbering mouther. Frida, it's your turn. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oof, my wisdom is so bad.
Also a fail. Can you roll me a d8? A 3.
Please tell me I'm not doing anything dumb.
You're doing absolutely nothing as this water starts drifting higher.
Water,
and
don't you
higher.
mean blood?
The blood, yes. It starts
How high is it by now?
Listen, we're floating at this point.
It's by your waist, and you can feel some of you that are a bit on the shorter side are starting to float. So it's become difficult terrain to be pulled out of this. This room over here is completely soaked in blood now, as it's up the staircase as well. Frida does nothing, as she is both blinded and drifting, almost like a sensory deprivation chamber victim. Fishman over there is dead. Alright. The little dragon slinks and coils around you, Vanessa. Oh, Louw. Can you make an animal handling check, as it's sort of checking you like an anxious cat?
Anxious cat. Okay. Animal handling. Okay, I don't have any pluses to it, but let's see, maybe I am lucky. $13.
Alright. The creature sort of looks at your scales and how shiny they are, almost as if it's drawn to its reflection, more so than the fish's scales.
Yes,
Wait.
these are real dragon scales, little one.
It's just coiled around you right now, but you don't feel as if you're entirely safe.
Or from the situation in general.
The whole situation feels fucked.
Alright.
Oh, you were in its range. No, it was Frida's turn. She did nothing. Then it was the little dragon's turn. All right. Yeah, you don't feel entirely safe right now. Yule being poisoned. Poison. Yeah. Okay, there it is. Yule being poisoned. Decides to paddle over. Slush with every step. And he sort of grabs hold of Frida as he tries to pull her out of this area. Probably strength check for you. Yeah, it's a straight roll. He rolls high enough. Frida, you feel yourself being pulled out of the room. And just around the corner. Gibbering horror. Sort of, yeah, the fishman is walking right into it, because it had to walk in a random direction. Alright. As it opens up its mouth big and wide, and the fishman sort of like floats a bit inside of it. As it chomps down, fishman is splurted out. And he sort of swims over in this direction. And then it starts moving over here. Slosh. Yeah, that's its turn. Brock. Now you are no longer blinded. He's out there. What do you do? He's not having a great time right now, so he's still playing, which is a good sign for a D&D player. No matter what, always make sure you're in the game, even if you're like comatose. Make sure somebody else is playing with your name.
Just roll for him.
Make sure your character is doing something. Brock
Shame.
starts off by making a wisdom saving throw. He succeeds this time and snaps out of this horrible feeling that he's got. He gets his grounding in the water, and he swims about, and he swings his lug nut baseball bats at the fishman.
Well, no need to thank me.
Yeah, no, he's got this one like bright red nipple on the side, on his right side. It's like
Shame.
it's very flat. But like in the vertical direction. It was pinched pretty hard. And he hits D8. I'm making up his rolls as I go along.
He asks if he can hit an enemy.
Yeah, he's busy. As he... No, not a D20, D8. As he swings in and does the smallest amount of damage, whacking a small Kuatoa, bonking it on the head, and it sort of sinks into the water as it rises again. It seems these guys don't do so well in the blood pool.
I don't think any of us are doing that well.
That's Brock's turn. Yue, it's your turn.
Alright. I assume that if I move, the pseudo dragon will move with me.
Yeah, but can you make a wisdom saving throw first?
Oh yeah, wisdom first. Alright. Why are you making me roll things with no pluses? 18!
You succeed. You don't feel the
Yay.
gibbering mouther's influence over you, as it now just sounds a bit annoying, like half its mouths are busy like gargling with blood. It's like only the top few mouths that are still gibbering.
I'm going to use my reaction to move 10 feet away from the fishies. And it's about like...
Yes. Can you make an animal handling check as you move?
Oh, handling. Okay, let the luck continue, please. 16.
This time you feel it's a lot better. The pseudo dragon is like staring at your shiny scales, almost like pressing its head against them. It's trying to discern your color.
I am a red dragon. I think.
Very,
Red.
very close to its purple color. Fishman over here.
Wait, it's still my turn.
Oh yes.
From the two of these, which one looks more
I would
closer
say both of them are soaked in blood.
Wow, like no one says.
This one looked tougher. Like he took a lot of beatings.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot him then. With my firebolt. 14.
That hits. It's one
Firebolt.
d10.
D10, yeah.
Click on the d10 option on the basic rolls above.
4 points of fire damage.
You guys are doing amazing for your minus for the 4 damages you're rolling. The fishman in this corner sort of pops out and starts swimming in this direction around here.
Sure, guy, you are probably not gonna make it.
And then he dives down into the water. You don't see him anymore. Emma, you are like floating in blood, but you feel safe because you got sanctuary cast over you. Feel the holy power of Jesus Christ watching over your shoulder closely.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh my word, that's my driving instructor's ringtone.
Safety first.
Yep.
The wheel.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. How can I help with that in a non-violent way?
Massage
My
somebody's
guy.
shoulders. Oh wait, make a wisdom save for me first.
Wisdom save, okay.
As you hear the loud gibbering from the mouthers, one large mouth.
Nat 20.
Hey.
Oh, you're pretty much fine against that. I don't think you need to roll against it anymore.
Never again. Why is it a nat 20 when I didn't need it? Didn't really need it. Like, I would have taken a 10, maybe a 12. No, 20. Nice. Okay, wisdom save. I'll hold my action and drag someone out of an enemy's range when they hit 1 hit point. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Alright.
So I'll just like be first response. Just like if they hit 1 hit point, I'll drag them out of enemy range.
You'll become a great supporter later on.
Uh,
Fishman
yeah.
over here does exactly that as he tries to bite at Brock for bonking him on the head.
Well, that's just revenge.
He misses. Splashing around in the water, he sort of like lands on the blood. He lands on the other side. Top of the round, the water this time rises to almost double the length that it rised last time. It's by your everybody's like chest now. You're all floating, actually swimming. The gibbering mouther itself looks like it's like toppled over because of its top heavy side. It's still gargling as it's like reformed a mouth poking out of the bottom of itself. Still gibbering, ranting on about something like vanilla cheese. You don't want to focus too much on it because then you'd have to make a wisdom save. This fishman over here has to unfortunately make a wisdom save. He succeeds and dives underwater.
Why do they keep diving?
Because they're fish.
Oh, right. I forgot that's how
Diving
fish
under
work.
blood. I would say underwater, but it's actually under blood. So they just dive.
Oh my word.
They can't breathe air and blood. But they can swim. Yeah, they got a swimming speed. Alright. Frida, it's your turn. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, I can. And I might fail. But hopefully not. Ooh.
Roll
Never mind.
1d8.
Ugh.
5. On a 5 to 6, you take no action or bonus action, and you use all of your movement to move in a randomly determined direction. Let's see. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You start swimming in this direction.
Oh, thank goodness.
For 15 feet, you're about like hit the wall, but you keep on swimming.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
The little dragon
Bonk.
coiling around Yue is sort of like does not want to swim, so he's coiled around your neck now as you're like floating in the water.
I put them on the.
He seems to not like this situation very much.
Ay. I am back at my desk.
Alright, you did manage to make an attack,
Alright, cool.
and you were pulled away. Yule, being... what was he? Poisoned, yes. Has to make a wisdom save at disadvantage. He does fail both times. And on a 7, throws a punch at you, Frida. With his strength being a straight roll. He does not hit, so he just swings and misses. And lands in the water. The mouthing horror sort of spits a spittle of blinding spittle at all of you. Let's see. Yes. So everybody here in the water must make a in the blood must make a dexterity saving throw.
Everyone
At disadvantage.
in the orange circle.
No. Everybody clustered here together.
You said advantage, right?
Disadvantage.
Oh.
You're swimming now.
Oh. Does
Reaching
my
the-
danger sense negate this?
Yes.
Alright
You see
then.
it coming.
18.
You succeed.
Wait, now then it will be a straight roll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then 17.
Kuatoa fails. Emma, can you make a dexterity saving throw?
With advantage or disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Shit.
And Frida and Yule can also make.
Wow!
You
That-
succeed.
That's...
Yule had to make it at disadvantage.
But what do I make?
A dexterity saving throw at disadvantage. Yule is blinded.
So I don't add my modifier.
You do add your modifier, but you roll twice and you take the lowest one.
Oh, okay, so that's 20, and then 20 and 10.
So you rolled an 18 plus 2 and you rolled a 10 plus 2. So,
No, that's an 8 plus 2.
oh yeah, an 8 plus 2. It is a dex save of 13. You are blinded. And Brock, can you make a dexterity saving? Oh wait, you did.
Yeah, I
You
did. 17.
Okay. So it seems as some of you see the chemical blob hit the water, it fizzles for a bit. and then explodes in this blinding flash of light and steam as Emma got her head dunked underneath the blood, covering her eyes. The Kuatoa, who had landed in front of course, got hit pretty badly, and all three of you got blinded. Emma and Brock were the only ones that saved. Gibbering horror sort of starts floating towards the center of the room over here. I'm not sure why, but it just like got pulled further away. Brock, it's your turn.
Alright.
Well, I hope those fish are doing something.
I take my dagger and I stab this fish.
Pull out your dagger and make an attack roll.
23 hit.
That hits.
Is this fish person considered a beast?
He's considered a humanoid.
Alright, so what is my military knife?
It does +2 to beasts.
Alright, but D4, D6.
It's a D4.
D4, alright. That is
Plus your strength.
and proficiency.
Not proficiency for damage.
Oh, alright, so then.
But 8 is enough. You no, you rolled a 4, just minus.
Okay, so 8.
As you stab into him, he sort of like spews out blood, and he gasps for a last bit of air as he sinks and he floats in the ground, in the pool of blood. He is dead. Moving him from the fight. We'll all of a sudden see a swirling effect as you are all pulled alongside. You are all pulled over here. As you is pulled over here, it seems a flushing noise happens. And all of a sudden, the pool starts sinking as all the bodies in this room, all these piles of bodies that have been swirling around, starts to swirl around with the pool as they float. The gibbering mouther starts to like turn violently around and around. Everybody on the outside should be fine. As the pool starts to recede, you see that it's actually draining, almost as if a blockage was cleared. You see one of the Kuatoa pop its head back up out of the pool and gasp for air as the gibbering mouther doesn't know what's going on. It's just swirling around and around. The bodies start draining down the hole, along with a large volume of blood. These two bodies slip through and start swirling around as well. Everybody who is conscious, can you all make strength checks while swimming to hold on?
Why? Why the strength?
No.
Use a straight roll.
Crap.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
I rolled a 6.
17.
Oh, no.
I rolled 17 with a -2.
So see, Brock. So it's UA. Around about over here, with the pseudo dragon hanging around you, and Louw right next to you. What's he got on him? Blinded, poisoned, and disguised. Okay. The two of you managed to cling on to the inside of the on the outside of the pillars, the stalagmites, Emma, you try to grab hold, but you slip onto the inside. Brock as well. And Frida, you are now all swirling towards the deep hole in the
No.
center. You can all make a dexterity. No, you can all make a collective athletics roll to try and swim and grab hold of each other.
Athletics.
Damn it.
Guys, I'm bringing us down. Fuck.
Me too.
Don't worry, I pull a 21.
Yay.
Brock manages to swim. Which one do you swim towards?
Listen, I'm swirling away. Help me.
Who succeeded?
None of us.
None of you.
Michelle and Emma seem to be struggling against the current. Well, you are like taking it like an athletic.
I'll swim to Emma.
All right. Grab hold of Emma.
Even though she doesn't deserve it.
I dragged you out.
You start swimming closer and closer. Frida, you feel something clinging onto your leg. As the
Ew.
Kuatoa has grabbed hold of you.
Oh no. So long, guys.
As the whirlpool comes around once again, UA and you'll have an opportunity to grab a hold of you. They can make an athletics check to try and grab hold.
I was going to say that I am terribly sorry.
17.
No, it's UA's roll and Yule's roll.
Oh.
Yes, I do not.
a natural one.
Oh boy.
That's the first.
So as the first one comes past, UA slips and doesn't manage to grab Frida. But you
No. And I'm still blind,
also
guys.
slip. You wouldn't be blind anymore.
The sorcerer, and it was a turn out to be not great strength, people.
Second one comes around. Can you make
Don't know
a?
me neither.
Athletics.
Yeah.
10.
Brock sort of latches hold of your arm as it's stretched out, and he's holding on to Emma as she's sort of like the closest one to the pool, and you're clinging on for dear life as the pool itself starts to like sink a bit, and you can almost feel the ground as you are, I'd say, about just waist deep, but the current itself is quite strong, and the floor is quite slippery. As Frida makes one last swirl around the gibbering mouther.
Can I have my rope towards her?
You can fling out your rope.
Alright.
No, wait. You're holding on, and you're holding on to Brock as well.
So
Also, I'm crying while this is happening, by the way, guys.
reach in my backpack and get a rope also. I'll get my rope.
I wouldn't say while you're holding on right now. If you had a free hand, maybe.
Okay.
The
I'm
Kuat-
sorry I tried.
It's
As you
fine.
swirl around once again, the gibbering mouther sort of like pops its mouth out one last time, and tries to take a bite at you, Frida.
And
It doesn't manage to
yo,
hit
I
you.
hope it's in that one. Thank goodness.
You come quite close. You can feel your foot almost slipping on the edge as you're trying to grab hold of any floor to walk across. Emma and Brock can make one last athletics check.
12.
Emma does. Brock holds on as Emma manages to snatch you, Frida. You feel the sort of grip of the Kuatoa on your shoulders sort of loosen, and he slips loose and he starts to slide down the hole as he's pulled in.
Oh my word. Emma. Thank you.
You just are on the edge of the pool as you hear the water itself sort of sink deeper into the hole, and then sort of the air escaping with this bubbling noise and the echoing of the gibbering mouther disappear down the hole as it's replaced by the sound of the bubbling blood. All of you are like knee deep in blood. Let me just grab a hold of these. The corpses have been washed away. The fishmen are gone. And so is the horrific creature. You all stand up.
And I just spam prestidigitation on everyone.
Cleaning the blood off of everyone.
Thanks.
You can't seem to get the taste out of your mouth, though.
You.
I revert back to my human form.
Yep. The dragon now seems distinctly disinterested in you. But it still clings to your shoulder.
I have a unwilling pet, kind of, again.
Okay, gone. As the last of the fishmen disappear into the hole, the deep pool of blood, as it resides down the hole, the rumbling sort of subsides, the small earthquakes you've been feeling. For a moment, in just a moment, it feels as if there's almost peace.
Oh no. It's alive.
All of a sudden you see dripping from the ceiling. The hole in the ceiling starts gushing blood, dripping down. And then that blood gushing down all of a sudden rains into a whole waterfall of blood coming from the hole in the ceiling.
Where the hell is all this blood coming from?
As it's dripping into the hole here, you can sort of see it start to filling up once again. And you feel the rumbling that once subsided come back, and it's even worse.
Maybe.
Much worse than
How
before.
the hell do we stop this?
Maybe we should just leave. I think we should just leave.
Oh, there's nothing stopping you.
Okay, then I guess we leave.
Yeah, I don't want to stick around for whatever rumbling is gonna happen.
As you head upstairs. Yeah. Can I just drop you guys off there? As you head upstairs, the rumbling intensifies. There we go.
I suck.
Everybody. Alright. As you step into the main chamber of the room, you see all the cultists you killed standing half decapitated, spewing blood from their neck holes, almost like fountains, and all of it just flies down the hole. The cultists are holding out their hands, sort of their bodies, but none of them seem to be moving as they're just spewing blood, and then they start drying out as their bodies are squeezed into like little dry grape raisins.
And I maybe
Constitution check.
can I maybe try and see what magic is doing this to them, like a Arcana check?
You can try.
Yeah. $19.
You must guess it's something horrible and eldritch. As they all start getting sucked dry, the blood finally disappears into the hole below, and they all drop to the ground, dead and empty. You all of a sudden feel this rumbling shake the entire island.
Gotta get out, gotta get out, gotta get out.
As the doors to the main chamber fling open. And would normally be outside is the sound of crashing sea waves. All of a sudden you hear thunder crackling in the distance.
Run, 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 run.
I agree. We should get.
Stepping outside,
Let's get.
you smell a different smell for the first time. It's the salt air of the beach that didn't seem to exist inside of the temple. It was sort of like a slimy sort of smell inside there, along with the decay of bodies. You see that the boat that the cultists brought you all on is starting to rise with a high tide towards the left over here. I didn't put in a boat, so let's just say there's a boat there. Its anchor does keep it secure on the shore, but it does seem to be have risen from being beached. As you all rush along to make it to the boat, you see a storm is brewing overhead, over the island, as the gale of wind sort of blows in every direction, sort of brushing loose sand. And as the thunder rises, the storm starts to rain as you climb aboard the ship. Any of you have vehicle proficiency?
I have land vehicle proficiency.
Alright, but nobody's got... land vehicle proficiency can help with the stop and go of the ship. But water vehicle proficiency, you're not sure. You get into the captain's quarters. There's sort of... No, you get behind the steering wheel, yes. There's a lever that's stop and go. But you know first you must raise the anchor.
Alright, I try to raise the anchor.
Where are we?
We're off map.
Off map, basically.
Okay.
The anchor system seems to be on the front of the ship, but it's hydraulic and mechanical, so it shouldn't be that hard to figure out. One of you can roll an investigation check, whoever is raising the anchor.
Can't you all make it? Who has high investigation?
Who's the
You'll
smartest?
will make an attempt.
Who's the smartest nut?
Yule says, I'm the smartest nut, of
I
course.
rolled a 19.
Yeah.
Yule says, it's probably that button over there, and Brock pushes him aside. It's that button over there! And hits the up button on the anchor motor.
Oh, wow.
The anchor begins to rise. Now the ship is just floating on the beach. Somebody has to steer it.
Well, Brock is the oldest adult. You're the adult. Do something.
I run back to the helm.
As you get into the helm, you see that the keys were left inside of the boat.
I start the boat.
You start it and you hear the chug of the motor as the storm starts to rise, more violent. Than
Is
before.
the boat
wave-
facing the island or away from the island?
It's facing the island.
I put it in.
Understand.
I put it in reverse and I give it gas.
Just pulling it back on the lever sort of gives it enough gas that you've managed to get the boat starting to pull away from the island. You hear a soft bump as you've probably scraped over a rock or something, but it doesn't matter right now. In the haste of things, you know the general direction of the main land mass, as you could have seen it from shore.
Alright, I start heading into that direction.
As you turn the ship around, a sort of K-turn, you push towards the east side of the ocean as you're turning the ship. The storm itself is now at full gale, blowing and rocking the ship with massive waves. But it seems almost as if the wind is not the only thing causing the waves. The dead of night, you can sort of see when the thunder strikes, this silhouette in the distance, powering high above the island.
Oh no.
and the sea
It's
level
Ursula.
itself. You sort of hear like something in the distance. A feast, but if only I had brought my wallet.
What?
She wants to pay to eat us.
Okay, never mind. As you keep sailing towards the landmass, you sort of see the figure itself sinking into the ocean as it heads out towards the open sea. Can all of you roll perception?
Yes, we can.
I have a good perception, but
12.
it won't help. It won't help if the dice is bad. Yep, 12.
Oh shit. Oof. I don't see shit.
Alright then. Let me get the page. So let's see. How did everybody roll? Michelle, you're fine. You see the storm out at night, and you are you are just traumatized from this whole event. Who's the next highest after that?
Sounds
Emma.
about right.
Emma,
Emma and I.
you. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Emma, getting a clear look as to what's out in the distance, you sort of see a large figure. Its shoulders almost too wide for its body, until you realize those aren't shoulders that's stretching out. They're wings.
What?
I knew this day would come.
Do I see the same thing as Emma? Because I also rolled a 12.
Emma gets 59. So Emma, you go into absolute short-term madness as you must just punch a wall out of fury for the next 10 minutes.
Wait, what?
Sure.
Shouldn't I have made a roll or something?
Well, it's just short-term madness. It'll last for 10 minutes. I did make a roll. You made a perception roll. Brock, you see that on top of its face is not the head of a man, but sort of what looks like, as the thunder strikes, you see these large silhouettes of tentacles reaching out into the distance past the face, sort of almost touching the clouds themselves.
Is that Cthulhu?
19. You retreat into your mind and become paralyzed.
Oh my word.
As you're just standing and staring there at the horror. This lasts for 10 minutes.
Minus minutes.
UA rolled lower. Oh wait, we can also roll for
Yule.
Yule. His perception of -3. Yeah, he lost his glasses, but he still rolled pretty high. Alright, UA.
Yeah, Yule is farsighted.
Yes, 26. UA. Staring out, you see that the large arms themselves sort of split open and stretch into 4 large arms on this creature, as its fingers aren't quite that of what they appear to be. They're much, much longer than what they look, and they're sort of reaching towards the sky itself. Yeah, you become incapacitated and spend the next 10 minutes screaming and a mixture of laughing as well, as you see the figure in the distance.
I'm in danger.
And you'll...
The understatement of the year.
You'll sort of breaks down And to himself, he seems to be talking to something in the distance. He can't seem to make out who he's talking to, but he's just chatting on, but he's like facing in the completely opposite direction of what he's looking at what he's looking at before he's talking. All of that lasts for 10 minutes as Michelle, you just watch on as they've all gone mad for a second.
My friends, what's happening?
I grab her head and steer it towards the giant ass creature.
Oh wait, you're paralyzed.
Ah.
As a giant wave hits the boat, nobody's there to steer it. As the boat sort of like rises and rises atop this wave.
We were just supposed to check out our haunted house. How did this happen?
At 20 for the DM, yay!
No.
The boat topples and you are all tossed into the sea. Splash.
Oh yes, fond memories.
Okay.
Receiving your first point of exhaustion, you all feel yourself sinking into the ocean. Horrible, dark feeling starts to encapsulate all of you as you fear each and every one of you might drown. All of a sudden, just as that dark feeling settles in and the cold chill reaches your very bones, and the last breath sort of pulls out of each of your lungs, you feel this warm sensation in the water, and no, it's not what you're thinking.
Yeah, I was about to.
Who's paying in the ocean?
That's even worse than what you're thinking. As you are sort of feel this sensation of the water pulling you in one direction. And even though you're still submerged, you feel this gasp of air come into your mouth as you slip away into the darkness. What happens next? All of you essentially take a long rest
I
and
hold
get to
on.
level up.
Sweetie, I hold on to the dragon.
The dragon's holding on to you.
Okay, we're holding on to each
Shame the
other.
poor thing.
Shall we
So
take
you-
a break here?
Yes, you all get to take essentially a long rest before I describe what happens next. And
All
you get to
right.
level up to level 3.
Yay!
Yay, finally level up! Yay! Alright, so let's take a break here. We'll be back in what, about 10 minutes?
Yes.
Remember not to like stop the stream.
Now I'm just gonna play background music and let the stream
Ooh,
continue.
that's pretty good. Alright.
I've been playing background music the entire time, but with the stomach bug of mine,
You can't change it when you need to.
yeah.
Alright. Okay. Could come up with some good moments.
I mean, if you guys can search copyright-free music that we can use for this campaign.
I have a few, like I have 2 Spotify playlists that are specifically for streaming.
Oh, okay, but do we have to give credit as well? Because
No.
YouTube.
No, you don't have to.
Alright, cool.
Alright, everybody. We will take a short break here while the party long rests and does their leveling up.
Alright.
Cool.
If anybody needs help leveling up, just call me when I come back.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, I'm back. We're just waiting a bit for Vanessa. And is Yule still here? No. Louw.
Yeah, I'm back.
Alright. Is everybody leveled up?
Yep.
yet.
And guess who's getting a steel defender?
Oh, okay, so you went with the battlesmith.
Yes.
Okay, so you will build it in your spare time.
I got prayer of healing.
And you got prayer of healing for those long rests. Oh, that's long of rest. Prayer of healing does
2d8 plus wisdom, so I can potentially. But oh wait,
Can we say my
2d8
all
plus
purpose?
5. Oh, spellcasting ability modifier. Ooh, what's my spellcast? Ooh, that's 15. That's. Oh, so I can heal a minimum of 17 points with prayer of healing. That's so OP.
Yo.
I love it.
Where do you all wake up? Let's see. Top left.
No spells all of a sudden.
We are now what level?
Level 3.
Level 3.
Barbarian gets his... Oh yeah, which subclass are you going for, Brock?
Totem.
Totem Barbarian.
Yep.
Tapping into that I'll say Native American history.
Primal Path, awesome. Okay, bonus proficiency 2, rages 3, awesome.
Okay. The sorcerer gets her first meta magics. The artificer gets the steel defender and specializes in smithing. Totem. Let me actually write down all your stuff now. Louw will tell me what he does when he is back.
Frida, what subclass did you go for?
Battlesmith.
Battlesmith. Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that in the last campaign. It's quite a fun subclass.
And I'm also proficient in martial weapons, which is really cool.
Yeah, you like picked up on how to use guns and
Hell yeah.
a hammer.
Finally, like that subconscious training is kicking in, hopefully.
And then there's Rock. Totem warrior. Oh wait, are you going with the one that gives you resistance to all damage?
Hold on. If you do so for the duration of your rage, you can make this.
Did you not level your character in the break?
I've got a stomach bug here. I was shitting myself during the break.
For you.
We're not
Oh no.
Don't you know you can do D&D while dying as well?
I might go Path of the Berserker though.
Alright. Just tell us which one you decide on.
Tasha's
Tasha's also has some new stuff. Tasha's
You
has
gain the might of the bear carrying.
Path of the Beast and Path of Wild Magic.
Sorry, what?
Tasha's also has the Barbarian's Path of the Beast and Path of Wild Magic.
What does Path of the Beast give me?
You get to half and half sort of transform into a beast. The Barbarian. So you...
I think I'm gonna go with Berserker though.
Yeah, you draw a rage from a bestial spark burning within their souls. And so when you rage, you physically transform and you gain like claws and teeth and sometimes tail. Alright.
Alright, hold on. Primal Path.
Where are we? I just want to update my hit points.
You are currently awaking on a beach.
And
1,
my
2.
token.
I will update it later when I bring it in. Just, you got your character sheet.
Fine.
Fine.
Alright, Alright, I'm just gonna take the cat out real quick because she's been pacing around for a while now.
Oh my word. I can use the repeating shot infusion.
Yeah.
If you load no ammunition in the weapon, it produces its own. Hell yes.
Yes, and that is why
I can use my gun.
That's why most guns will have 6 damage. That sound cool now until they're like later on pretty normal. Oh yeah, but it means you get like you get the extra attack later on, right?
I get an extra attack now.
Battlesmiths, I think, get extra attack at level 5.
Ah, okay, all right. No, I was just
Do we?
wondering. No, because there's also like
Extra attack, let's check your...
there's like fighters that can attack with bonuses, actions, and stuff. I think.
I don't think I get it now.
Okay. No, I was just checking. Yeah, so you can now...
No, this is only for the infused item, I think.
Yeah, so let's say if you...
So with some of them, I get like a bonus attack, like the enhanced weapon infusion.
Yeah, if you do the repeating shot kind of thing, you will completely dismantle your revolver so that you can take out its magazine and then put in something that can shoot out charges of lightning. Let's make it lightning flavored.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh, extra 12 HP.
We're not using max HP. You're using average.
Yeah, you have to roll for your
Does our armor class
Wait, are we
increase
using average?
with like levels?
Wait, so I don't have to roll for it.
No.
Alright, so that's 7 plus 3, that's... Okay,
So
that's...
I have to reset my HP then. Like
Using average values, yeah.
Alright, so that's...
Okay.
I'm now on 40 HP.
So if I have to calculate somebody's HP out of game, it's probably best if we use average.
Okay, so because I'm D8, the average is 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you still have to add their constitution modifier to it.
Yeah. So that's 11 plus 14, 25.
Yeah, Frida will only get an extra attack at level 5. I checked the...
Yeah, I was checking for balance gun-wise. It seems fine. Okay.
Tuition.
I think Yule said he wants to go into necromancy, but I'm not sure.
Necromancy is a good path to go, but I would suggest going to Spellslinger or something. We negate resistance.
All right.
To a certain.
I'm quickly excusing myself.
All right. We're just setting up here for the second half. And so you all find yourself waking up on a lovely beach, surrounded by hills and a pathway leading up from the cove. This place is a bit secluded. You don't seem to see your ship anywhere, the one you were sailing on. The large boat would be noticeable, but it is not. The waves are sort of on low tide, so all of you have been washed up quite a bit upshore and have not drowned, miraculously.
Amazing, love that.
As you have dried off, the sand clinging to your face and body as you sort of stand up. You got a dryness in your mouth, but other than that, you are alive.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah, indeed.
I lay on my back on the sand, just breathing in
Fresh air.
Breathe in the chemical.
You don't quite know where you are. You can tell it's still America. You possibly might hear anybody with a passive perception of over 15?
Nope.
Nobody. Alright.
Nope.
Nobody. You don't hear any cars nearby.
What about you,
Oh,
Emma?
good to know.
What's your passive,
Yule.
Emma?
Hello?
Emma.
She's not here, right?
Oh yeah, she said she was going to get something.
Oh yeah. Alright, but she'd probably have the highest perception.
Sea seems windy but calm. Sort of just regular wind blowing through. You see no sign of the gigantic entity walking across the ocean last night that you witnessed. And all of you seem to have recovered from that horrible spell of what seems like reality-shattering madness. Maybe it was just a bad dream, you convince yourselves. But would it be a bad dream if you all woke up in a bed rather than on the beach? Some of your clothes are tattered, but you all have your bags with you with your last remaining... no, wait, all of your clothes are tattered. With some of you, or each of you having your last remaining set of clean clothes handy in your bags. A bit soaked, but not worse for wear. See, I planned this out. I had gave you all a toothbrush and a set of clean clothes. 3 sets of clean clothes.
Do we at least have toothpaste with us?
Nope, that's just expensive.
Do I still have my backpack?
Yes, you have your items with you, the ones that you've picked up and held on to. Supposedly, you were running towards the ship. You stuffed it in your bags and said stuff it to the island as you left. You see, sort of lying there in the sand next to you, a bit higher up on the beach, is a lovely golden-rimmed glass goblet, as you can see in the image over here. Golden-rimmed glass goblet with the liquid sort of not pouring out of it, but stretching out of it in the form of a hand.
Interesting.
Is this the same one I picked up?
Yes, that is the same goblet, the same liquid, apparently. Just sloshing around with a hand, sort of like pointing at all of you.
I reach into my bag of holding and try to pick up the goblet from in there.
There's no goblet inside of your bag of holding. It managed to get out.
Okay, I walk up to the goblet.
The hand sort of gestures for you to get closer. Like it's, the finger gesture to get closer to it.
Alright, I walk up to it.
It says even closer.
I walk closer.
As you're staring at the goblet, it sort of like cups its hand to want to like whisper something in your ear.
I turn my head.
As you put your ear close, the hand grabs hold of your ear and pulls you, and you all see Brock vanish inside of this liquid, this golden liquid.
Oh my word.
I walk closer to the goblet and try to see what magic this shit is now.
Do an Arcana check.
16.
You sense some form of alteration magic. Abjuration. Evocation, alteration, abjuration. Possibly conjuration. But mostly a sense of something that was changed from what it once was. It too sort of like beckons you to get closer.
I saw what you did to my friend there. I think not.
The goblet like tips over and the hand just like stretches out and grabs you by the leg.
Can I
And-
do a
My
dex
word.
check or something?
You can.
Dex.
Oh.
Quick as a flash, the hand grabs your ankle and you're pulled into the liquid.
Oh my word.
It's like giving a thumbs up as it's sort of like just pointing at Emma and then Yule and Frida. It's like beckoning once again to come closer to it.
What the fuck do we do?
It like makes a symbol that it's got a watch on its wrist, and it's like doesn't have much time.
Wait, where did we get this goblet again?
Inside of the ritual chamber, or inside of one of the chambers of the temple.
Fine, I go and like shake its hand.
It also pulls you inside. Yule goes head first, without even their hands warning. He just plops his head in and is pulled in head first.
Oh my word.
And Emma is here again.
Can you
She's
hear me?
not.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you now. All your companions have been pulled inside of this liquid, inside of this goblet.
Kind of
But
like that Harry Potter thing with the memories.
It beckons you to come closer to it.
Aye. Okay.
Sorry.
Bless you.
It reaches out to grab you.
No grabbing, no grabbing. I'll come.
You
Are
shake
we
it,
going into like an alternate dimension or something?
pocket maybe.
Pocket dimension.
You mean to tell me that I put a pocket dimension into another pocket dimension?
Possibly.
Are you
Whoa.
Polly Pocket?
Pocket dimensionception.
Wouldn't that have, I don't know, went boom?
Well, I
know.
mean, it didn't. So-
I mean, these items are magic. They really confound your barbarian mind.
I'm a
Don't
simple
call it
man.
Polly Pocket from now on.
The hand gently guides you inside, Emma.
Okay.
Inside, all of you can see this vast emptiness of a sort of dark grey, stretching out in infinite directions. But there, sitting just a few feet away, in a lovely comfy couch, is a masked figure with a robe sort of stretching over it, but you don't see any hands or feet. Just the robe itself is like a long, thin blanket covering the entire body of this figure, and they're sitting there reading a book under the candle, under a lantern.
Can we see what book he's reading? Or they're reading?
There's no title underneath the lantern, but you can see the figure behind the mask has long, flowing hair, sort of stretching over, hanging behind the chair. And she closes the book, puts it down, and pulls the recliner off of the chair as she sits up, and then she gets up the chair and dusts herself off. But it's just like the robe itself, just dusting the robe off. And she makes movement as to what looks like walking as she moseys on over to all of you. She looks at each of you, up and down, big elevator stair. And then she says, "Well, this is interesting. Hello there.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm,
Who are you?
I'm, what should I say? I'll pick a job title. I'm the prophetess."
Right. Well, why do you
Oh.
live inside of a piss goblet?
The artifact. It sort of was bestowed upon me. It granted me the ability to reside within here. It was a gift given to me by the one that knows. Just scratching her head. The one that let's just say he's the knowing one. He gifted me this goblet when I swore to spread his message. But it seems I've long since departed from your world.
I take out the golden mask that I found in the caves.
Ah, yes. Oh wow, that looks very old. Look at all that moss that's been growing on it.
This
Pretty.
wouldn't have been on your body, would it?
I suppose it could have only been on my body. I don't remember exactly how I died, but I'm sure it'll come to me. Ask me again another time, and I'll probably have an answer for you.
What's the last year you remember?
Oh, well, we didn't track the years back then.
Oh my word.
Oh, right. Well, fine.
I mean, everybody had their own tracking system, but you didn't get to see most of other people's other civilizations' means of tracking. Some used the moon, others used the sun. Some just like scratched lines in the ground and stuck a stick, and then the shadow would like peer over it, and then they said that was a tracking system. The fools. And so, yeah, it's been some time.
So what are you doing in here?
Oh, making wishes come true.
So you're a
Come again.
prophetess, but you're also a genie?
Jen, no. Don't be silly. I can only make my wishes come true.
Like what?
Like she says, that chair over there. She says, I wish there was a much bigger, comfier one right here. And poof, a new chair appears, and she sits on it. Oh, do you all want one too? I wish that all of you can also have a comfy pillow to sit on the ground with. I don't think I'll bother giving you a chair.
Yeah,
I
hold
wish
on.
I knew what we were doing here.
And then a pillow, comfy as hell, appears behind all of you.
Just
I
one
pop
single
down
pillow.
and relax.
No, one of you each of you. Yellow in embroidery and lovely in its yellow texture. The pillow itself doesn't have any buttons stitched onto it, but it is round in shape, and it seems to have a flat base upon which that it rests on the floor.
Is she talking like normal English, or does it sound like it's like we can understand her somehow?
There is a mouth moving behind the mask, and sort of you can see the eyes of a woman behind the mask. Her hair itself flows quite a bit. It doesn't quite reach her feet, but it does stretch just a bit too long for like the conventional hairstyle. Like hippies grow it long, but in this case she's almost outgrowing most of them. Sit.
You used to live here, like in America, I guess. I don't know what this place used to be called.
Salt,
Salt marsh.
yeah.
I mean, the continent.
Oh, I think it's changed names quite a few times. That little fungus used to tell me quite a bit about the outside whenever he heard from travelers.
Alright. What was the ruling country's name, or the country with the most influence or power when you were still alive?
That I don't know about this countries you talk about. Must be quite awful. We just had
Kingdoms, empires.
We mainly were named after the king at the time.
Who was the king at the time?
The Thalidomites.
Who's good at history?
I am.
Brock just has a dumb as monkey look on his face.
Well, either way, let's figure out questions of the past and leave them in the past.
Why did you beckon us into the goblet?
Oh, because ever since you've picked up my goblet, I was able to watch your actions. Almost as if I was able to see through the big brute's, I wouldn't say eyes, I would say his,
Forehead?
no, it was lower, like through one
Crotch?
of his abs, maybe. I don't know. Maybe a belly button. Who could say? Yeah, there was quite some complications. From what I could tell, you were in quite some danger when I could feel that I'd have been submerged. Look, I mean, can't you see how damp it is in here? As her voice sort of echoes out towards the great expanse. I had to wish away all that water. And then I also had to get you all aboard to the shore.
So are we dead?
No. In fact, I think you've escaped the curse that's killed you.
What curse killed us?
Thanks.
The one permeating from the island. From what we could tell when we built that temple, is that the original cultists that stayed there were being used more so than they were using the Elder One.
Is that the giant as tentacle-looking thing?
The mouth creature.
Long fingers.
Best not to focus on its features, or remember it much. I would say, yes, that's what we were there to prevent from escaping. She says, "Is anybody hungry? You all look quite thirsty."
I mean, I guess so. I haven't
Can I
really
please
been
have
paying
some ice?
attention.
I would like. I could go for a beer and a burger.
She doesn't know what burgers are, but she'll say, "Beer, beer." That sounds familiar. She wishes for mead, and then like a small pool, sort of forms in between all of you. Like on the floor, there's like golden liquid. That's mead.
I'm not old enough to drink, so I'll pass.
Milk for you then, and then she says, "I wish for milk."
In a
And then
glass
there's like
cup.
Does it come in a jug,
Oh yes, sorry.
preferably glass?
I wasn't used to much manners back when I was alive, so I suppose. And she wishes for cups for everyone, as these large sort of wooden mugs appear, crafted in nature, but they don't seem to be of. They're crafted of oak, but you can't quite tell what they, how old they are. In a sense, they are clean. And she beckons you to drink up.
Alright. I start chugging it.
Drinking down the beer, or the ale. It seems to have quite a refreshing taste in your
Mead.
mouth. Mead.
Now, if only I had some meat.
Like the raw stuff, or do you prefer it cooked?
Cooked, preferably.
And she wishes for meat. Cooked meat specifically. And there on the ground next to you appears a slice of just fried meat.
I pick it up and eat.
She says, "Well, possibly best to share it with your friends. Tear off pieces and just give it to them."
I take
Might
my knife and I slice it up.
As you slice it off, it seems to
Thanks,
regrow
Brock.
back. It regrows back to the length that it's like originally started at. And it seems no matter how many bites you take off of it, it just seems to regrow.
I give them each one and I regrow myself two.
As you continue eating and chugging
I'm
beer.
vegetarian.
What's that?
She only eats fruit and veggies.
Sounds like the village idiot that can't hunt or gather.
It just means I don't eat meat. I'm not vegan. I'm vegetarian. But can I please have a baked sweet potato?
Sweet potatoes. All I know are the regular kind.
Oh, alright. A baked potato.
With
And you
salt.
And she wishes into existence a baked potato.
Yes. Thank you.
It's just steaming
hot.
there. Yeah, hot potatoes, you're trying to eat it. Chugging it down with milk.
Yep.
She says, "Well, you eat, I'll explain. It seems what happened last night was a worst case scenario. And what happened to all of you, as I could tell from my vantage point, is possibly also a worst case scenario.
Yeah, thanks for saving us, I think.
No, not the disaster. I mean, your abilities, what you can do. Like, look at this oaf. Sure, he's big and strong, but do you really expect him to be stronger than what he appears? And look at this one. She points at you, Frida. Yes, you might be blessed with looks, but you're clearly not blessed with intelligence. Someone blessed you with intelligence. And this one, this horrifying monstrosity. She points at you, Yue. I could see what you turned into. Clearly you were crossing the boundaries between something and another.
Excuse me, I didn't cross boundaries with anything.
Fine, then your parents must have crossed boundaries of some sort.
Sure.
Who could have guessed with what? And last but not least, this coward over here was clearly blessed with cowardice. I'm pretty sure any normal person would have thrown a violent punch in at least one fight. And she points at Emma. It must be an unnatural sense of peace about her. And Yule, well, he's just too well dressed.
Too well dressed for what?
For who he is. He's been blessed with good fashion.
I feel like we've been
Okay.
judged. And
We've been
ridiculed.
roasted.
But I would say that your worst case scenario rates pretty low on the horrific worst case scenario that has walked amongst us last night.
So did that thing actually get out?
That thing was once a man. A man
Okay.
that
Davy
sought.
Jones starts playing in the background.
That thing was once a man that sought great powers not of this earth, and he would make any bargain with it. And to think we once called him king. He was the very reason our empire fell.
And the name
And
of your
we-
empire was
The Thalidomites.
the Louw. Alright. I'm going to
Interesting.
write this down.
So, in the sense of worst case scenarios, you being dead falls where?
Oh, that's
On that scale?
normal. That's normal. What's
What?
not? Yes. As you see, I have been tasked with properly keeping that burial chamber, that tomb, that seal untouched for this long.
Well,
But it's-
great job.
It seems my efforts have been in vain. She struts back and forth. I will possibly need a new means of resealing him. But since I am dead, I will need to rely upon you for 4 or 5. Who forgets about numbers these days? Euclid was such a joker. So,
Okay.
Okay.
if you are willing to help me, I can gift you things in return. I suppose many of you, like that great big coward over there, would like to overcome her cowardice.
Who's a coward?
She's
You.
referring to you.
Hey, it's raining.
Ask for to like not throw up every time you see blood and stuff.
That will probably just come with experience. But I suppose she did help.
So many dead people. Ever.
I suppose she did help in a few circumstances where she overcame her own cowardice. But enough about her. Will the rest of you, or all of you, help me?
And what happens if we don't?
Your world changes forever. In the
Well,
worst
then I guess
possible
it's
ways.
pretty obvious then we have to help you.
So you want us to stop that tentacle man dude thing?
The creature. The old king, as we'll call him.
but how do we do that?
We reseal him.
How?
Where?
Well, obviously not in the temple, and obviously not with the corrupted artifact.
Oh, you mean this thing? And I pull out the artifact.
Yes, the statue. That was what we used to seal him off. It was sort of, I would say, a key bound to keep him.
I mean,
Well,
I can
bound to
like
keep the
maybe
seal.
build a cage somehow if there's like.
No cage has held him beforehand, and no cage will hold him now, especially after his long slumber.
Listen, you are not like helping us at all. Just like tell us what to do.
The moss
Yeah,
creature.
I'm getting to that.
Yeah, the moss
I'm
creature
getting-
said I had to bury this in land.
Yes, because of its uselessness now, it can only be used for its corrupting purposes. Possibly, yeah, bury it on this beach. In a
No,
cove.
it'll wash away.
That's
Alright,
about
then.
just take it a couple of kilometers, couple of
Inwards.
miles inwards.
All right, that will do. But I suggest we start with our new plan of sealing the old king. Give me some time. It's been a while since I've been out of the ruins, as they are now called. And I will set up whatever connections I can to sense what we will need. In the event that the old king was ever released, we had contingency plans, although I'm not sure if they're still around or have been found by others. They were powerful artifacts, spares essentially, and we will need to find them and reassemble a ritual that will be used to seal off the old king once again.
Okay, so it's a treasure hunt.
Oh, if that's what motivates you, there's plenty of treasure along the way.
I mean, it won't hurt, you know.
In this case, she summons up one of those lying down sofas. I wish for my reclining, lying down sofa.
We
gets onto
should probably head back to Salt Marsh to pick up our remaining reward.
Ah,
Salt Marsh? That city is gone. Or town.
Wait, what
whatever
do you
it
mean
was.
gone?
The fungus told me it was obliterated
what?
quite some time ago. Burnt down, and every soul inside of it was asleep or slaughtered before the burning happened.
Motherfucker still owes us money.
You did pick up the golden objects. They were floating around in that bag of holding of yours. She holds them out. Like I was examining them. I
How
could
did
say
you-
that I was inside of your own bag of holding with the other objects.
Right.
She says, well, everything else but the skull is coated in gold. Everything else is real.
Wait,
Carved
what
gold.
skull?
The golden skull.
There's a golden skull.
Somebody took a golden skull.
Not me. I
I
don't
have holding
steal.
7 gold bones, silk bolts,
It must
I
have
took
been
5
the-
discs.
rusty
You,
swords.
you split it up. Okay. No, she says, you can make use of the gold, but I suppose I can at least offer you my aid, if you do require it from time to time, since you'll be doing the dangerous work on my behalf. I'm just an entity that resides within this place. The vast echoes of nothingness sort of stretch out.
Can you wish for things outside the goblet?
That's what I'm getting to.
Oh, sorry.
So that golden mask of yours, perhaps it could help. Is there sort of a way of transportation that you use nowadays?
Yeah, it's called a car.
I remember what one was described to me back then. I cannot grant your wishes, but in a sense I can grant my own wishes to some degree. Once you go outside of here, I prefer you would all travel west for the time being until I've set up my connections.
Okay.
That's the
And I will-
opposite way I wanted to go.
And that's sort of the means of transportation that I will provide to you. So,
So is it like teleportation?
no, it's a vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Once you make it to a road, have one of you wear the golden mask and give him the goblet. And then she says to all of you, well now, chop chop. And she summons this liquid underneath all of you. As you sort of start to sink in it, she says, I wish for them all to return. And you're sucked through the liquid and just spat out of the golden goblet on the other side as you land into the sand once again.
I wish we could have taken the pillows with us. That was super comfortable.
The
Beanbag.
goblet that you were holding wasn't carried with you. But you do feel full. Full of what? You
Well.
don't know.
Hopefully food.
Satisfaction.
Satisfaction. Looking around, you do see that the cove has one trail leading out of it, sort of up a safe part of the hill.
I'm going AFK.
Okay. Someone pick up the goblet. Oh, Yule picks up the goblet. And he's glad he wasn't mocked. Like the rest of you. Well then.
Okay, well I guess we follow the trail and then you put on the mask and then we go west.
Yes. It doesn't take long for you all to find a road. About half an hour's bit of walking. This cove was really secluded. And the road you find is an old dirt road, sort of leading in one direction. Well, two directions, but you're pretty sure the one direction only heads towards one beach somewhere. The other one looks like it heads more inland. The sky today is pretty sunny. Sunny South Carolina. And you can't see any distant clouds on the horizon, but the open air of the beach of the ocean sort of blows across the landscape. Yule decides to put on the mask. He hopes that none of you disagree with him.
No complaints here.
As he puts on the mask, he says it smells like something died in here. Oh, yes. And he
I mean,
takes out
something
the
probably
goblet.
did.
He takes out the goblet and the liquid inside, and once again the hand forms, and it beckons him to bring his face closer, and he thinks he's going to take a sip, and she plops a finger in his mouth
Ew.
and pulls out, and then Yule quickly spits. That was not water. Horrible sour taste to it. And as he spits out, the sort of spray of mist glows and transforms into a Beetle Mark II. The Beetle van, the Volkswagen Mark II.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy, we're the Scooby-Doo again now.
Oh, that one.
Yes.
I actually have a Lego set for it.
Yep, the classic Volkswagen. Now a remnant of its time, but you'll still catch the occasional group driving with it.
Awesome.
With the sun starting to rise high into the sky for the full day ahead, you can judge that west is sort of in the first direction you head when you get onto the main road. Brock, being the only one with vehicle proficiency, gets behind the wheel of the vehicle and starts it up. You all have a full tank. And nowhere to go but a mission.
We have to go west, apparently.
Yes. Getting everyone into the vehicle, getting all your seats settled. The interior lining of the bus itself is sort of like a lovely leather on the bus seats. There's actually a carpet on the base of the bus, shaggy kind of carpet. It's got open spaces, more for group travelings, with a driver's seat, a passenger seat, and then a really far back double seat in the back seat. Space on top. I would suppose the picture on top accurately describes the Volkswagen you're seeing, as it's got space on top to hold items like bags and stuff. But right now you all each have your own backpacks, and Brock begins to drive off.
I sit in the back.
The beach and coast. As you leave the beach and coast behind you, you make it inland. Sort of about an hour. You come to a crossroads. Louw's not back yet. Brock's not back yet. He quickly stops the vehicle.
I don't think so.
Louw reminds everyone to bury that artifact that we got.
Should we just do it here?
Better in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, let's just do it here.
Getting
Cool.
out on the crosswalk. T-junction. You walk a few feet off the road and bury it in a hole. Somebody's got mold earth. I think Louw does. After burying it about a meter deep, you set off again. This time, getting onto a main tar road, and you head off towards the west, the setting sun. Driving for about, let's say, 2 hours, you all get hungry again, and decide it's probably best to see where you all are on the map. Yeah, he had Mulder. Alright.
Okay, so who brought a map?
None of you did. You were traveling by bus at the beginning, remember?
Oh shit, yeah. Do we see any signs?
You're coming across advertisements now, saying like, the best cure for that cough is a cigarette from Camel, or something like that. A red square ciggies or something. Then it's like, available living now in Tennessee.
Because you're the only 10 I see. Dun dun dun.
Don't think that punchline has been used yet.
Nope.
You're pretty sure you're still on the shoreline somewhere of South Carolina. As you begin to travel, you do see a sign saying you are now entering Georgia.
Cool.
Traveling westward. I don't think I should actually pull up a map. Let's just keep it like this. As the day starts to come to a close, you manage to make it to a small motel on the side of the road. Nothing fancy, nothing even two-story. There's a gas station next to it, and what seems to be like a parking lot area, with mostly one building for the gas station and another for the motel.
I walk into the gas station.
A tiny shop selling what you can guess is car oil, a till for the petrol prices, and petrol? Yeah, they use petrol.
No, no, gas.
Gas.
Yes.
So American cars are shit. They're always running on gas.
Gasoline.
Managed. There seems to be nobody behind the till at this time.
Isn't it like the middle of the day?
Is there
It's late afternoon.
a bell on the counter?
Is there?
A bell.
Yes, there is a bell on the counter.
I start dinging it.
You ring the bell. Ding, ding.
Oh, before I do that, is the dragon still with me?
The little pseudo dragon has stayed inside the vehicle,
Alright, that's fine.
napping in the glove compartment.
And I wait for the clerk.
You wait a while. It's about like 10 minutes later, the clerk pops in through the front door and is surprised to find a group of people there. He says, well, I just stepped out for a minute to get some stuff from my house. Set up dinner and stuff. But it's surprising to see some people driving out this far. You come from the beaches?
Yeah, we've been driving for quite a while and we've kind of lost track of where we're going. Could you maybe tell us where we are exactly?
Oh, you're right about here on the border of South Carolina and Georgia. Just a bit inside of Georgia, the state. Lots of travelers go this way so that they can take up the... You're not on the main highway, mind you. This is just an off-split, a sort of back road. But I'd hate for people to get run out of fuel here. It would have to be quite a walk to any closest gas station on the main road.
Fuel tank is pretty full, but I suppose we could buy a jug.
Jug of gas.
Yeah.
All right. They call it a gas tank, honey. What are you, some kind of European?
No, we're just tired, okay?
Yeah, it's been a long road, like I said.
Mm-hmm. There's empty gas tanks over there in the back.
Thanks.
How much do you charge?
Yeah, it's about $1.25 for that gas tank.
Hello? Are you guys still there?
Yes,
Yes.
she's just checking for how much.
Oh.
Okay,
Fuel
I still have 13 real dollars left, so...
So are we filling up the gas tank?
yeah.
So we're just
Okay,
like getting
I
extra.
have 117. So
Okay, then I'll get the
how much
snack.
is it to fill up a gas tank back then? What was the?
Couple of cents.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
ask you for $1. So
Okay, I'll
This
give
is
him
not for
$1.
the-
I have plenty to spare.
The $1.25 is for the tankard at the back there, the portable one.
How much to fill it up then?
Well, let's just see here. He goes out to the back of your van. Ooh, you got a brand new one. I haven't seen one of these in this good condition for quite some time. My cousin, he's one of them hippies. He decorated his with flowers and tassels and made the engine smell all perfumey. But the problem is, it didn't run for very long after that. Idiot. And now he's run off and he's gone with somebody else who actually took care of their car. But it seems like you've kept very good care of it. Where'd you buy this model?
Actually, it was in the family. My dad took care of it, and he let us lend it for a road trip.
Mighty fine gentleman, that is. Now, don't you go scuffing
Yep.
it up here. Get onto the main road. Get the dust off of this thing. And he flips open the fuel tank. He puts in the hose and he starts to fill it up. He's about almost done when he says, yeah, there wasn't much needed. 5 cents total.
And for a separate canister?
Fill that up. You're probably just going to need another 5 cents on top of the $1.25. So that is a total of $1.35 for the total price.
Alright, I give him that money.
Okay, you can. I'll do the next round.
Alright.
Aren't you guys still hungry? Like, should we get snacks and stuff?
Yeah. Is there a kiosk here?
I'm sorry though. I mostly buy my food from the nearby town.
I see. How far is nearby town?
It's about 45 minutes from here. It's off the main road, and then you'll kind of see the buildings in the distance. It's Brigsbury.
Okay. Well,
No, sorry, Derry. Derry is
see.
the name of the town.
I see. We'll keep our eye out for it, and then maybe stop at a diner. Maybe a bed and breakfast would actually be better.
You'll see one just off the at the beginning of the town.
Yeah, let's go for a bed and breakfast. Settle
Cool
down and then
beans.
drive tomorrow.
Wishes you all farewell, and he says, try not to pick up any hitchhikers along the road.
Yes. We've learned our lesson.
All right then. And you drive off.
Hitchhikers.
The night starts to settle down. Pretty late. This time of night. As it starts to get darker, and the sun starts to set, turning on the lights, you do make it onto the main road. Takes you about 45 minutes to actually get off the dirt road before you start getting onto the main road. This highway spans 3 lanes wide and allows you to travel with some headlights. The odd car drives past every now and then, but you eventually come along the road. You see that there is actually someone walking along the road. Person's not walking at quite a pace, and almost in the middle of the night, almost in the late evening, walking along the road. And they hear your car coming past, and they stick a thumb out. You can see what almost looks like they're holding their side pretty tightly.
Cast a
Okay,
healing spell
so
at
they're
them and drive away.
injured.
Okay. Can I?
You probably have to stop the car.
Can this thing is a drive-by shooting? Can't we do a drive-by healing?
Alright, you can stick your head out and your hand, and you can try to cast a healing spell as you drive by. You see as you come closer to the person with their hand sticking out and they're looking at you. As you're about to cast the spell, you see that this person is filthy and sort of covered in blood, but you can make out that it's a woman. She's walking alone on the side of the road.
To pick her up.
She looks pretty badly beaten.
Ooh.
Hey guys.
Maybe we should.
Yeah. I know we've just been warned.
Alright,
But
Brock, stop the car. Your character's not here, so you have no say.
Mm. We gotta help his sister out, man.
You quickly stop the car and get the girl inside, helping her sit at the back seat. She looks like she's been walking for the whole day. She's got sunburn all over her face, and she's got an incredible sense of delirium about her, as she's got chapped lips from how dry it's been. The heat really bear down on her, and in a sense she's talking underneath her breath, sort of muttering something before she looks up at all of you.
Heat stroke.
Pretty much.
Okay, we're almost at the next town. We need to get her some ice and...
I give her first aid treatments.
You heal her up, and it doesn't seem like she's had much wounds. She rests a bit easier now. Alright. You're recovering?
Nope. I am in so much pain.
You're going to be gone in a few minutes again, right? Probably not. Alright, so they've picked up a hitchhiker along the road, and they've gotten a car.
Alright.
Wait, how much did you miss? What was the last thing you remember?
Getting spit out.
Ah, okay. And then basically, Yule did a magic thing, and by spitting out some of the goblet's sour liquid, he managed to get a car.
We also went to a gas station.
Stopped by a gas station, and you managed to fill up, get a extra gas container of gas. Gas is such a weird way to say fuel.
I know.
Yeah.
It's in the they don't say boots, they say trunk, and
Trunk.
then they're like, it's in the trunk, why not get the extra gas out of the trunk? What are you, a jazz sissy? And driving later in the evening, you manage to come across what looks like a hitchhiker on the side of the road. You're about
Also,
to do
we're in, like, almost in Georgia, I think.
You just crossed over into Georgia about an hour ago. The huge state is taking out its while to drive through. You were going to do a drive-by heel for the hitchhiker you drove across until you realized it was a woman walking late at night, and she looks pretty badly bruised. Oh, not bruised, beaten. I'd say beaten. She looks in a bad state, like all of you did early on.
Alright.
You stopped the vehicle and picked her up, and you've been driving to the nearest town ever since. As you get closer, the woman that suffered from heat stroke is relaxing for a bit. She doesn't say much, but she looks at all of you, and there seems to be a look of calm, sort of regret on her face. Calmness and regret.
So what happened to you? Are you okay?
I had to get away from them.
From who?
Say no more.
The family. And she sort of like starts to sob a bit. She's very unhappy right now.
Who's driving?
You are.
You are.
I am, alright.
You're the only one with vehicle proficiency.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm the one with the license.
Yeah, you don't have to tell us anything you don't want to. Everybody has their past, everybody has their secrets.
Side eye, Brock.
You manage to sort of get a name out of her. Yeah. It's Wendy.
Does she have red hair and wears a blue,
No, she's got brown hair and she wears a green dress.
Aw. They've been playing with the Wendy mascot.
Probably.
Don't worry, Wendy. We're almost at the next town. We'll get you some help. Maybe get a doctor.
It's about late afternoon right now, as the sun has started to settle very far beneath the horizon. There's a sort of orange glow around everything, and the night is settling in on the other side. You come across the sign of the town after an hour's worth of driving. Dairy. As you sort of drive past the sign, Wendy starts to become a bit fidgety. She says, no.
Wendy, what's wrong?
You're going back. No,
Back
don't.
where?
Don't. You can't take me back. She
We're
starts
not
slapping
taking
all
you
of you.
back. We're taking you somewhere safe, okay?
No.
This is the time.
No.
I hit the
You
brakes and pull over.
She pulls out a gun.
No, whoa! Hold on.
Stop. Just stop. Calm down. Simmer down.
Make
Cast
a
hold person.
Make a what?
persuasion check.
Persuasion.
You want to cast hold
It's something
person?
I'm good at. I don't
Yes.
have hold person.
I have hold person.
You do hold person. I do
First we do the persuasion check.
13.
It's UA. You're driving. 11.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
seems to be in too much disarray for that to stop her.
Damn.
Casting hold person. Can you roll initiative?
In all of us. is this thing.
No, it's just yeah, Emma. Before you manage to cast the hold person, she pulls the gun.
Nat 20.
Haha.
Oh, okay. Pulls the gun into her mouth. She's about to pull
No.
the trigger before you manage to stop her with hold person.
Okay, I take the gun from her.
Do a sleight of hand check.
Hell yes,
Wouldn't this
I
be
am
strength?
proficient. No.
Not in this case.
Okay, sleight of hand. Okay. Where's mine? There it is. Dex. Oh man.
As you were about to take the gun from her hands, and you realize that she's quite stiff with this paralysis, you at least try to pull her mouth off of the gun barrel before your finger slips, and the clapper of the gun strikes, and the bullet blows her brains out through the back window.
No!
She is dead. She drops.
Where's the
Okay.
piss goblet? Where's our fairy godmother?
Just spare the dying work on dead people.
On commoners. The gun did critical damage, and I think she was a commoner. She had like 1d8's worth of health.
No.
A gun does 2d8 doubled.
Okay, well,
There's now currently like brain and blood and skulls sprayed all over the back of the car, a hole in the back window, and
Fuck.
the gun is just like lying in her hand. She's just sitting there in the back of the seat.
so what do we do now? Do we?
Well, we can't like go into town with her like this. People will see.
Cover her face.
I'm pretty sure it's still gonna look like that, even with a bag of her face or whatever.
Should we bury her?
Do we have a shovel?
No,
I
you don't
can
have
make a shovel.
You can only make a shovel with the tools you have. I would say materials you have necessary.
Don't you have a infinity bag? I pointed Brock.
Yeah, but I don't think I have anything that can make a shovel.
Okay, hang on. I can maybe infuse confused.
Do I see a... What do I see around us?
So you see the sign that you just passed saying "Welcome to Derry." The town. You can see the lights in the distance. Too far away to probably have heard the gunshots like immediately. I would say it might take about like 5 minutes to get into town from the drive that you are in. You're underneath like a street light that's sort of like illuminating the road and the sign itself.
I say we remove the body first, okay?
No one touched the corpse. I put the car...
keep it in the van.
No, we're going to the police station first. I put the car in first gear and I start driving.
Off to the police station.
Yep.
It's fine, no one touch anything.
Too late, I already touched the gun.
Oh shit, yeah. I printed the citation on the gun.
It like wipes the gun clean.
Oh yeah, that is going to be very hard to explain.
You're not sure if the gun has like can wipe fingerprints clean, but you're pretty sure like the gun's super clean now in her hand.
Ooh.
Well,
Maybe that... I don't know.
we'll visit you in prison.
No!
So the long, silent, tense drive as you get to the into the town. You pass the motel. You drive along inside the town, a small town, sort of a wilderness type of area, almost like the back end of Georgia. You can tell that this town off the main highway doesn't get much visitors, but just the occasional one. Probably a truck stop here. There seems to be a bar in the one side of town, right next to the large sort of meat processing plant. What you can make out on the side of the meat, it says like Daniels and Sons Butchery. And you get closer, and then there's a sign saying police station, sort of like turn right.
I turn right.
You get close to the police station before you park. But it seems to be closed at this time. The police car not in front of the station itself.
Did I see the police car as I was driving through town?
No.
I go knock on the door, maybe there's someone still inside.
I'm with her.
The door seems
I just
locked.
sit there traumatized in the car.
Do I see a payphone anywhere?
No, nothing nearby. No payphones on the street.
It's
If
a
you did
butchery
notice
next-
that you did notice that the bar was lit.
I'll walk to the bar.
Yeah, I'll walk with Brock.
All right, walking quite a few, like a block or two back to the bar. I would say a block's pretty far.
Emma,
nearby.
maybe you and Yule should come with us.
Yule doesn't feel great right now. He's like, didn't expect this. This is too much for him. This is something he'll probably just want to stay with the van.
Yeah, maybe someone should stay with the van.
Alright.
He's feeling as queasy as Emma now.
Yeah, no, I'm also staying in the van. I can't leave.
Oh, you're staying in the van with the corpse.
Yeah. Well, you're delivering it to the police.
Listen,
And as far as you're all concerned, it's suicide. So really, it's nothing that you can be charged for.
Alright, I start walking to the bar.
okay, never mind. Then I follow you guys.
Who's staying behind? Just you.
Maybe you should stay with Yule. He doesn't seem to be
All day.
all there.
Emma, are you staying in the van? Or
Yeah.
with the van?
Or at
Yeah.
least stay near the van.
I'll sit in the front seat.
Yeah, best
All
not to look at it too much.
Okay. Car keys still left in the car.
Aren't we all like covered in blood?
No. Nobody's covered in blood. The shot made it out the back window, out the back of the van, and sort of like sprayed the brains towards the back of the car, even though she was in the back seat, like further back. None of you are covered in brains. The back seat though is ruined.
Alright, I walk. Okay, me and UA walk into the bar.
And
All right.
Frida.
And Frida.
Okay. As you get into the bar, it seems to be quite quiet this night. There's only one bartender behind the bar itself. This lady. Gray hair but no wrinkles. Hello there.
Kind of an emergency.
Can we use your phone?
Yeah.
Is the sheriff around or something?
There is a sheriff in town, yeah. He's not by his office right now.
Can
he
you
usually
call
goes
him?
out now. Alright. Let me go call him.
I sit on one of the bar stools and just hold my head.
She
I
goes-
order a beer. Eventually, when she comes back.
That
Goes-
no
she goes into the
good
back.
idea.
You hear her pick up a phone,
Hey, I wasn't driving.
turn the rotary dial, and then she speaks into it. Sheriff? Yeah, there's 3 young'uns here to see you. By the bar, you silly idiot, not by your office. When are you ever there? Alright. I'll tell him you'll be about. Yeah, it's pretty late. Yeah, get off from whatever you're doing, and come here. They look pretty shook. And she puts down the phone, and she says, "He'll be here just now. He's heading back to his office in an hour."
Alright, we can start walking back.
Yeah, when
Maybe
the
not.
sheriff gets here, just tell him to go to the office, or just our car is already parked there with what it is we have to show it.
Alright. She asked, didn't you want
Do I
anything to
have any
drink?
cigarettes on me?
No. In this case, they've all been washed away.
Alright, I buy some cigarettes if there's any at the bar to buy.
No, just alcohol. You want to try the nearest gas station, which is about 45.
We were
minutes
just
from here.
there.
Oh, you came from that direction.
Yeah.
All right.
But is it 45 minutes to the gas station by foot?
No, by car.
It's
It-
actually quite odd that the bar isn't selling cigarettes. It's actually
Yeah, there's usually a vending machine with cigarettes.
Oh, we didn't have any stock for that vending machine for a while now. It broke, so we stopped ordering any. And the last customer bought it out quite a while ago. That would have been the sheriff. Maybe he's got a pack on him.
Oh, that's good.
Ask him.
Alright, well, I start heading back towards the van.
I follow.
Next station.
Yep.
Walking around the from the bar, you see that the meat butchery is placed sort of like in between the bar and the sheriff's office. As you turn around the corner, it doesn't seem like there's much other buildings around. You can see that there's like possibly as the sun sets, there's a house further in the distance on the hill. Maybe a junkyard further down. Other than that, really, there's not much around this area. The town sort of had a lot of lights, but you couldn't tell what buildings they sort of lit up from down here in this hill, or in this valley. You continue and you wait back at the van for the sheriff to arrive. An hour goes past. The body starts to stink.
I am outside the
The van, yeah,
van,
pretty much
sitting on the steps of the sheriff's building.
Describing the sheriff's building, you'd say it's a sort of small home for the sheriff. In a sense, the windows and blinds have been pulled closed. The building itself looks like it's in disrepair. Doesn't quite have seen much maintenance over the years.
Did the barmaid say like how long the sheriff's gonna be?
She said an hour.
Okay.
Another hour passes by. Now it's sort of getting later into like 7 o'clock at night.
I put the van's headlights on. Just so
We
there's
can't
some
really
light.
wait here all night long. Like, if he isn't here yet, then like, where is he?
Yeah, but I don't really want to go to a hotel. Just check in the back. I don't know how to explain that to them.
I mean, we can leave the van there and then just. I don't know.
We need the van though.
Yeah, it was a gift. How would you guys throw away a gift? Come on.
Okay, listen. What do we do about Wendy?
I mean, I wanted to dump her, but you guys.
No, it was Brock. Brock wanted to go to the police.
As it continues,
Yeah, well, it felt like the right thing to do.
Things.
the half an hour sort of passes by, and then you see a car turn in to the sheriff's office. An old-looking police vehicle with its iconic blue, white, and red colors. The headlights look kind of old and faded. So do the stroke lights. Out of it steps this sort of short but tough-looking man with his wide-brimmed sheriff's hat and badge and gun and chest radio. You don't know who else he would radio in this town.
Sheriff?
So? Yes, boy?
Went to the back of the van.
I opened the back of the van.
So, chewing on like either gum or something else. Anyone want to tell me what happened here?
We picked her up a few miles east of here. Started driving west. She looked pretty beat up.
Alright, let me just stop you there. Who shot the gun?
She did.
She put it in her mouth and shot her own gun?
We tried to stop her. Gun went off.
Yeah, she kept saying like she didn't want to go back.
Ever since,
Like, as soon as
ever
she
since we
saw-
hit the dairy sign, she was started going fanatic.
And she kept talking about this family. Like, she wanted to get away from this family, but we don't know.
She did say her name was Wendy, but that's all the information we could kind of get.
Well, she ain't from around here. Well then. He goes to the back of his trunk and he sort of like unrolls this old dusty pile of plastic. And he goes to the back of your van. There's an open door all the way. Somebody assisting him.
I will.
And he unrolls the plastic. And then he sort of folds it over Wendy's body. Yep, right like that. Looks like I'm gonna have to confiscate this gun of hers. And he takes it and he sort of like looks around for a holster, and he just like puts it in his foot holster. And then he wraps the plastic around the body, and then lifts her up, and then like he says, "All right, mind you, Holder,"
All right.
and then he wraps the plastic around her twice again. He says, "All right, you and that youngin' over there," points to Yule, "put her in the back of my trunk."
Don't you have like
Kind
red
of
or
disrespectful, but okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you to do it, so just do it.
I put it in the trunk.
I'm from New York. We do things a bit different. Usually there's like a crew, a cleanup crew, and forensic people. Not more than one.
My cousin's from New York. As far as I hear, he just shoots first, asks questions later.
Right. All right.
Is he a police officer as well?
Hell yeah. He's what inspired me to be a police officer. And he opens the back of his trunk. Yep, Ryan here. Ryan there. He makes sure the head is in, and he tucks the feet behind it. I'm gonna have to take this off to the morgue then. He spits out what clearly was now chewing tobacco, not gum. And he shuts the back of his trunk. Alright then. I'm gonna need you all to stay in town for one night, so I can just gather what happened. But all of you look pretty shook. And pretty tired. By the looks of that skinny one over there.
I think we'll be at the inn.
Ain't no inn around here. There's only a
He
bed and
means the
breakfast.
motel.
The motel, yeah, that one.
Bed
Alright.
and breakfast and a motel is different.
That's on the other side of town. You drive around the hill, past the old family estate, and then there's a house on the other side. You'll see the
Which
light
family
on.
estate?
The big house on the top of the hill.
Ah, okay.
Drive past that, and then you'll come across a small shack with a left turn. Behind that shack there's a rental home. Pretty much the only spare house in this town.
Okay. Well, we have to.
Alright, did we drive past the motel on our way here?
No, what you saw was the bar and the residence quarters.
Wasn't there a motel at the gas station?
That was the gas station. I know who you're talking about coming from east. That was Freddy. He is east of here. He helps folks with gas. It'd be a shame that he didn't actually build his gas station here in town, but there's no deep reserves, what he said, here in town. It has to be out there. And so, yeah, he stays all the way out there. Comes in here to buy food, meat, beer, more beer, and any ciggies he can get off of me. So yeah, you just drive on now, and I'll see you all in the morning. Have a good
You
night.
wouldn't happen to have a pack on you now, would you?
He looks. I would, but I can only offer you 2 right now. 2 ciggies.
That will be mighty fine.
And he hands you 2 cigarettes.
Alright.
So just remember, past the family estate, and then inside the old building. Turn left, and then get to the old shack that's for rent.
Alright, and who do we contact when we're there?
I'll find you all early in the morning. Have a good night's rest.
Alright.
And this may seem a bit tactless, but welcome to Derry.
Presses station back seat as soon as he's gone.
Probably best not to clean it up. I do need to take a photograph. Oh wait, probably best do it now. And he like steps and unlocks his sheriff's office, and he looks around, and there it is. He pulls out a box with a camera in it, and then he's like looking where to put the film reel, And he like secures that in, and then he like sits inside of the back seats and he takes a photograph. All right, now you can clean it.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah. And then he takes one last look and he notes the license plate on your car. And then he bids you all a good night. And I think we'll end it there. As you
Man,
all
he's pretty chill for.
Wow, dude.
Is he
I
chill?
thought we were all dead. Like dead.
Yes, suicide at the end of an episode. Wow.
And suddenly we're in a murder mystery.
Yes, a very famous one.
Dun dun dun.
Don't read into it. I don't want to spoil anybody who hasn't.
Wait, this
read into
actually
it.
happened in real life?
No.
Sure, it's fully documented.
Huh.
Alright then.
Alright, so that's going to end this episode here. Jeez.
Yep, if any of our viewers know what might happen next, don't say anything. Especially those
Alright.
from
What if we
America.
do our own research?
No,
Probably
no.
best not to. Experience it firsthand.
Jeez.
Okay.
Okay then.
Alright, so thank you all for watching. The one viewer that did watch earlier this evening. And this episode will be uploaded on probably on Monday once our lovely thumbnail artist Vanessa will finishes the thumbnail for this one.
Yeah, I'm thinking the thumbnail should be Brock being sort of manhandled by the nipple by a small man. Either that or Cthulhu out in the open.
Yeah, I think Cthulhu out in the open would be much better.
Oh, you
Just like Cthulhu in the background, very blurred, or
Yeah.
just like a silhouette with the island.
Yeah, and the ship, maybe. During a storm. Who knows? Okay. Thank you everybody for playing. And I'll see you all next weekend.
Cool
Alright,
beans.
cool, dude.
And see you next week. Bye.